want to start this presentation off with a question. And it's mainly subjective, so you can be as honest as you want and it won't hurt my feelings. Would you rather be this guy or this guy? Just as I thought. But why is that? Inspector Gadget has the ability to use any mechanical device for whatever he wants so that he can more easily fulfill his goals, in his case being solving cases. Mechanical engineering is all about that. It's about having the ability to make these mechanical devices that can make any task easier or allow you to do something that you could never do before. Today I'll be taking you through the phases of development in mechanical engineering and walking you through how to design, create, and test any project that you may have. The first phase is testing. According to mechanicalc.com, the first things you want to do in the designing phase are all about problem definition and concept development. Problem definition is about deciding what problem or task you're focusing on for that project. Conceptual development, also referred to as conceptual design, is the act of designing the idea of the project before you start building anything. Things that are used in this phase are programs like SolidWorks, where you can digitally model any 3D render and then upload it to any device for printing, and notebooks, where I use them all the time for my projects and they work perfectly. EDCmanagementcorporation.com also adds that some other useful advice to use in this phase include seeking out creative designers and people who can help you in this project, and taking the time to think about your project's scope and its budget. The second phase is creating. The two stages in this phase are preliminary design and detailed design, and prototyping, as laid out by California State University. Preliminary design is the stage where materials get selected and we begin carrying out engineering analysis to start on the project's physical form and shape. If you use a program like SolidWorks in the last phase, then you can use a 3D printer for this part, just like this one right here. The detailed design and prototype stage refines the preliminary design to the point of being a prototype and ready to be tested. The third and final phase of development is the testing phase. Following statements from twiglobal.com, this phase is initiated by the evaluating and improving stages. The evaluating stage is about analyzing where improvements are necessary from testing the prototype, and the improving stage entails refining the design based off where you just found that improvements were needed. It's commonplace that these two stages will be repeated again and again before you move on to the next stage. Epic fails are nothing strange in this field, and some examples of some epic fails of my own are here and here. Some of these speak for themselves, but it's always important that you take safety first, because you never know how some of these projects will go. I wore a welding mask to protect my face in one of them, but another example of some safety precautions can be using a fire extinguisher or carrying one with you, like I did. The testing phase is concluded with the select and finalize and product analysis stages, as explained on Indeed.com. Select and finalize is truly the last time you'll make any tweaks to the product or project. Here you take all the feedback and data from the prototypes and build a final product. Lastly, the product analysis stage is where you give a final evaluation of this entire project. Doing this makes it so that if you ever return to this project or a similar project, you have an idea of your design's strengths and its weaknesses. And just like that, by following these phases and steps, you've used mechanical engineering to make something from nothing. It can seem a bit daunting or intimidating at first, but just by putting some time and dedication through engineering, you can create something truly extraordinary, like a finished functioning project. Thank you for your time.